Okay, good morning students. I am M.B. Bichari, working as a physics faculty in Narayana Medical Academy for the past 15 years. So let us see today the current electricity chapter. So let us have a look at the topics which we discuss in this chapter. First one is about strength of current, drift speed and relaxation time, mobility, Ohm's law, resistance, color coding of resistors, resistances in series and parallel, cell, terminal voltage, cells in series and parallel, Kirchhoff's laws, Wheatstone bridge, meter bridge, potentiometer, calibration of ammeter, calibration of voltmeter. These are the subtopics we have in this chapter. So let us go in detail of each topic. What is the strength of current? In any conductor, let us take a conductor. In this, charges, let us call Q is a charge, positive or negative. Here a Q charge is passing through this conductor through any cross section in a time t second. If Q amount of charge is crossing through any cross section in a time t second, then the rate of flow of charge, is defined as the strength of current. This current we define as I, so that is given by Q by T. Strength of current is defined as the amount of total charge passing in unit time, so that is Q by T. Okay. Coming to its SI unit, Q is a charge, its SI unit is coulomb, time is in second, therefore its SI unit is coulomb per second. Instead of this, it is also given by the name of scientist, ampere as a unit. So the SI unit for this current is ampere. Now here let us see how the current is defined in another two ways. So we will be having a term called as average current. Average current. How this average current is defined is, if any conductor we take, through that conductor through any cross section, total amount of charge passing is delta Q, is the net amount of charge or total charge in a total time interval of delta T, then delta Q by delta T, that is the net amount of charge divided by net amount of total time taken, is defined as average current. Okay. And another current, we will be defining it as instantaneous current. Instantaneous current is nothing but at a particular moment, at a particular instant or at a particular time, the amount of charge passing through this conductor is defined as instantaneous current, that is given by dq by dt. What is instantaneous current? It is defined as dq by dt. What is dq? The small amount of charge passing through any conductor in that particular small interval of time, okay, is defined as instantaneous current. Let us take a more clear observation of this average current. Okay. Say for example, here through any conductor, the current is passing, charge is flowing through any conductor. Due to that current we have, the charge passing through this is given by one equation. Okay. How it is given? Say for example, t square plus t plus phi. Charge is flowing according to this equation. Time to time the charge is changing, or variable charge is passing through the conductor. If the charge passes according to this equation, then we have to find out average current in a time interval of 0 second to 2 seconds suppose. In between 0 second to 2 second, we have to find out average current. Okay. Now, for that, if you look at this equation, at t equal to 0, what is the charge passing? Is in the first instant, it is t square plus t plus phi is the charge. So, wherever t is there, we have to substitute now 0, then 0 square plus 0 plus phi, that will be 5 coulomb. That is at t equal to 0 instant. Now, at t equal to 2 instant, let us observe at t equal to 2 second instant, charge passing through this is, wherever t is there, we have to substitute 2. So, 2 square is 4 plus 2 plus 5, okay. That will be 11 coulomb charge will be passing. If the net amount of charge we calculate, at the t equal to 0 moment, 5 coulomb was passing, at t equal to 2 second, 11 coulomb is passing, then the average current is defined as delta q by delta t. So, that is delta q by delta t, or q2 minus q1 by t2 minus t1. What is the net amount of charge passing? 11 coulomb minus 5 coulomb by total time taken is 2 second minus 0 second. That will be 11 minus 5 here, 6 by 2 is 3 ampere current is average current between the time intervals of 0 to 2 second. What is the average current passing through that? 3 ampere. In this same question, suppose in this only, if instantaneous current we have to find out, especially at t equal to 1 second suppose, at the moment of 1 second, what is the instantaneous current if charge is given by this equation, okay. Then according to the formula, what we have the instantaneous current? dq by dt. Then the instantaneous current is dq by dt, differentiation of q with respect to the time. So, here d by dt of q equation we have as t square plus t plus phi. So, t square plus t plus phi. What will be its differentiation we get with respect to the time is t square differentiation is 2t, t differentiation with respect to t is 1, phi is constant, its differentiation is 0. So, we have 2t plus 1, and the question is at the moment of 1 second, especially at 1 second, we have to t value we have to substitute 1, that is 2 into 1 plus 1, that will become 3 ampere. So, here average current to calculate between the two intervals of time, what is the net charge flowing is to be taken, and for instantaneous current to calculate, we should substitute that particular time in that current equation. So current equation how do we get? By the differentiation of charge with respect to the time. So current is in two ways we calculate: average current and instantaneous current. Okay. If in case uniform charge is passing, same amount of charge is passing for every time, if charge is not varying. If charge is not varying, in that case average current and instantaneous current will be same. If uniform flow of charge takes place, in that situation average current and instantaneous currents are same, and here average current and instantaneous currents will be different if the flow of charge is different. For example, in this case we can see at this moment exactly at 1 second moment average current and instantaneous current were equal. Suppose at another time, at another moment, if you calculate the current, that will be, suppose it is at a 2 second moment, especially at a 2 second instant, what will be the instantaneous current? So the differentiation we got 2t plus 1, t place what we had substitute 2 second, then it will be 4 plus 1, 5 ampere current will be passing. So average current is 3 ampere, instantaneous current at the moment of 2 second is 5 ampere. Okay. So here the charge is varying charge. In case of varying charge, average current and instantaneous currents are different. So once again see the definition of current. Current is defined as the rate of flow of charge. It is defined in two ways. Average current is the net amount of charge by total time taken. Instantaneous current is the differentiation of charge with respect to the time. Okay. Now let us see some more cases of this current. Suppose a chamber is there or a discharge tube is there. In this there are positive ions flowing in one direction, negative ions are also flowing in opposite direction when potential difference is applied across it. One side high potential, other side low potential is applied by a source, which we are going to see after also. Due to the application of potential difference, through this positive and negative ions, both of them are passing at a time. Through any cross section, if you observe, the total amount of positive charge, let us call it as Q plus, total amount of negative charge passed is Q minus in a time of t. Then the current due to the flow of these positive and negative ions is the net amount of charge. Okay, total charge by total time taken is the average current. So what will be the average current in this case? Is the net amount of charge. What is the net amount of charge here? Is positive charge amount plus negative charge amount by total time taken is t seconds. What is the positive charge amount here? Is Q positive. Negative charge amount is Q negative. Why we have taken in between them plus is negative charge is flowing in opposite direction compared to the positive charge. So that's why total amount of charge passing through this will be Q plus plus Q minus by T. For example, let us take one situation that here the positive ions are passing, suppose positive ions. Okay, these positive ions are here in this direction. When they are passing, they are given by positive ions charge is, say for example 3.2 into 10 to the power of 18 coulomb times to the electron charge, let us say. Okay, what is the total amount of charge passing? Positive charge is 3.2 into 10 to the power of 18 times to the electron charge. Okay, if negative charge is 3.0 into 10 to the power of 18 times to the electron charge, is the magnitude of the two charges, right? These are the charges passing in 1 second. Within 1 second, these are the charges passing. Then the average current will be Q positive is 3.2 into 10 to the power of 18 times to the electron charge in magnitude. So that is 3.2 into 10 to the power of 18 times to the electron charge magnitude, plus negative charge is in magnitude 3.0 into 10 power 18 times to the electron charge, that is 3.0 into 10 to the power of 18 times to the electron charge in 1 second time. Okay. So then this forms what amount of current is E is common, 10 power 18 is also common. So if you take that common, we will have 3.2 plus 3.0 into 10 to the power of 18 times to the electron charge. That becomes the average current to be 3.2 plus 3.0, that is 6.2 into 10 to the power of 18 into electron charge value. We know that magnitude of the electron charge is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. So that is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Okay. So that will be 10 power 18 minus 19 we can get. This will be 10 power minus 1. So we can write as 6.2 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 1 is 0.16. Okay. Then we can have the multiplication of this. Okay. So that is 16 to the 32 carry 3 and 16 6 the 96 plus 3 99, point after 3 digits 0.992 ampere. So here the point what we have to note is when both the charges are passing, positive charge as well as negative charge is passing. So if they are passing in opposite in direction, total current is average current is the net amount of charge passing in unit time. What is the net amount of charge? Positive charge plus negative charge. Okay. So that is what here this point is important, Q positive plus Q negative. Sometimes it may be given as there are doubly ionized charges, positive charges are doubly ionized. Okay. Charges are passing. That means their charge will be twice to the electron charge in magnitude. So then suppose if it is given here, what we take 2E. Okay. If it is given as doubly ionized charges. Okay. So then in that case we can find out the current in this way. Now coming to another one, let us see, that is current developing due to the electron revolution around the nucleus. If suppose electron is revolving around a nucleus, what is the amount of current it will develop? Say this is electron revolving around the nucleus in an atom, okay, with its radius of r, and electron is revolving at the speed v. Here when electron is revolving, the current formed by it we have to find out. The basic formula for current is net amount of charge by total time taken. Let us observe for one revolution or any number of revolutions you can calculate. If it is for one revolution, at this place if you observe, for one revolution, once the electron crosses, once the electron will cross this particular position. Okay. So the charge flowing is 1 time to the electron charge. Okay. And we are observing for one revolution. So the time taken for that is nothing but time period of revolution, that is capital T. Let us call time period of revolution of electron is capital T. Now here it can be written as reciprocal of time period is a frequency. So frequency of electron revolution into electron charge. So if electron revolves with certain frequency nu, what is the current formed due to that electron is nu into E. Okay. Sometimes instead of frequency they will give the speed value. If the speed value is given, radius is given, how to express this current in terms of speed is speed, basic formula what we have is distance travelled by time taken. For one revolution, distance travelled is 2 pi r, by time taken for one revolution is capital T. Okay. So therefore capital T, how can we write? 2 pi r by V. So from this equation, capital T equals to 2 pi r by V. That we substitute here. Okay. Then current is E by, instead of capital T, what we can substitute? 2 pi r by V. So that is 2 pi r by V Gauss. So how can you also express the current of revolving electron in any orbit in the atom is EV by 2 pi r. V is its speed, r is the radius of the electron orbit. Or this same current, you can observe that it is expressed as frequency times to the electron charge or electron charge by time period. So in three ways we can write it. Sometimes instead of this speed, centripetal force acting on the electron may be given. Instead of the speed, what is given? Centripetal force acting on the electron is given. Then what will be the current in terms of centripetal force? That if you observe, centripetal force, we know that it is mv square by r. Centripetal force is mv square by r. Therefore, v square is equals to f into r by m. V equals to under root f r by m. So instead of this v, we can substitute root f r by m. Then the same current will become as E by 2 pi r as it is. This v is substituted with root f r by m. Of course, this r and r you can make it a single under root r. Here, what is the f stands for? Centripetal force acting on this electron. Okay. So the current due to the electron revolution is E by 2 pi r into root f r by m also. So in case of electron revolution, in these four ways we can express the current. Okay. Now let us observe some more situations how the current is calculated. Here, if we observe the current calculation, in this case, that is instantaneous current we have seen as dq by dt. Okay. Then from this current, if it is given, charge to calculate reversely. Current is given, charge we have to find out how much charge is flowing in that case. So how to write is dq is equals to I dt, we can write it, I instant into dt. How to get the q from this? Integrating on both sides. So integral dq is equals to integral I dt. Integral dq gives q is equals to integral I dt. So how to calculate the total amount of charge passing is with this integration. With an interval of t1 to t2 seconds, you can calculate from so and so time to so and so time. Okay. So that is the net amount of charge to calculate. We take this equation. Look at this. Suppose current is given as t square plus 5. Then from t1 equals to 0 to t2 equals to 2 seconds, what is the total amount of charge passing? Then we substitute in this. So q is equals to integral I dt. I equation given as t square plus 5 from 0 to 2 seconds. So the integration of this is t cube by 3 plus phi t, t square integration t cube by 3 plus phi t. We should calculate the interval from where to where? 0 to 2 seconds. So substituting that, 2 cube 8 by 3 plus 5 into 2 10 minus 0 cube by 3 0, 5 into 0 0, that gives the total current, that is 38 by 3 ampere, sorry, coulomb. Okay, 38 by 3 coulomb is the net amount of charge. Okay, so that means we can find out the net amount of charge passing through any conductor. If instantaneous current is given, charge we can find out using which equation? I instant is dq by dt. From that, what we have written? Q is nothing but integral of I dt between the time intervals of t1 to t2. Okay, so we have seen one example on this. Okay, so that is total amount of charge calculation. Okay, now the next topic we will be continuing in the coming class, that is on drift velocity and relaxation time, and some more topics we will be discussing in the coming class. Okay.